over a spider can, spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
Hey everybody, my name is the Marvel Studios Operation. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Spider-Man movies we've had till all of these years. So basically, I'm going to talk about all the Spider-Man movies from Spider-Man 1, which was in 2002, till Avengers Infinity War because it kind of had Spider-Man, which was released 2018 of April, like ending. So first of all, we have got Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, which was going on till 2002 to 2007. So this starred Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, and I gotta say his acting was kind of like wimpy. He was not that like into the play. It was really awkward on some moments, but still that first movie was a huge hit, like Spider-Man's first movie on like a big silver screen. It was awesome. When I watched it, I wasn't born then. When I watched it myself, I really liked it. And this movie took about 140 million, and it gained 821.7 million. That was awesome. 821.7 million is a lot. Well, for the Americans, we were like, what can I say? I'm not an American. In India, it's a lot if you convert it in rupees. And for their perspective, I don't know what it's like using 139 or 140 million on the movie, but still, it was a great movie. The story, the villain as well, Green Goblin, and the arc of both characters, Spider-Man and Green Goblin. We got to see both of them, and it was just amazing. The last battle scene, I really liked it, and the scene when Norman tries to like pretend that he surrenders, but his glider comes and Spider-Man dodges and Norman dies. So next we've got is the Spider-Man 2 movie. Obviously, you have to continue when you've got a great first movie, and its sequel, Spider-Man 2. And by surprise, it was amazing. I liked it more than the Spider-Man 1 movie because, I don't know, but its story was just amazing. If you look at that scene when Peter dumped his suit was amazing from the comics. I know I can't read that many comics because I'm too young, but if you just compare it, it's just the same. And I like how they showed the way Peter wanted to become a normal person, but then Doc Ock's madness, and he became Spider-Man again. And then the last fighting scene, the scene was awesome. I really liked how they presented Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus. Otto was just brilliant. He was a good man, but he kind of overwhelmed himself. He was over himself, and this movie's budget was 200 million. Oh my god, that is 60 million more than the first one. But for a surprise, it came that the box office gained 783.8 million. So that is and it is dollars, okay? And that is a lot. I'm not gonna lie, that is a lot, but I'm surprised how it gained less than the first one. But still a great movie, and I really liked it, and still Tobey Maguire has wimpy acting. So now it comes down to the wire of the Sam Raimi trilogy. So Spider-Man 3. I didn't hate it and didn't like it. It was like an average movie, I'm gonna say, because sorry man, but this isn't just the movie I was hoping for. Well, I still wasn't born, but I watched it like many times. And when I'm gonna say the budget and box office, you're gonna be mad. But this is amazing. Like the first and second were amazing, but the third movie we thought is gonna be even better because Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2 was better than that, but Spider-Man 3 didn't do that much of a hit in the silver screen. Because if you take a look at the Spider-Man or Black Spider-Man arc, how it all came, I didn't really liked it, and its suit. The main problem is the suit. What is that? You've still got the lines and that logo. I wanted the comics one. Again, I don't read comics that much, but it isn't that great, that suit. And the major problem with this movie is the villains. I really didn't like the villains because if you see how many villains are there? Green Goblin, aka New Goblin, which is Harry Osborn, Venom, Sandman. Anyone else I'm missing? I don't think so. But it has 3 villains, and it doesn't really suit that much to have that many villains. And just to clarify, all of you, it wasn't Sam Raimi's decision to put that many villains in the movie. It was Sony's decision because Sony is the god of everything. They just do whatever they think of, and I think Harry should have been the main villain. I know some people are gonna roast me, but Harry should have been the main villain. You could have Sandman, but Venom for Spider-Man 4, but I wanted Venom in 3, not gonna lie, but it didn't really come off a great surprise. It, what can I say? Now, its budget was 258 million. Oh my god, that is huge. That is way more than I thought it's gonna be. The box office, it gained 890.9 million. Oh my god, almost 891. I think the box office isn't because it's Spider-Man 3 we're gonna watch it, because the first and the second movie was a hit, was a great movie, so they thought Spider-Man 3 is also gonna be the one they're gonna enjoy, but it didn't really come out as a big surprise. But we still wanted a better Spider-Man 3 movie so that we can enjoy it. So now I have the 2 Spider-Man movies, the Amazing Spider-Man movies, directed by Mark Webb. So, again, I didn't really like Andrew Garfield's acting because at sometimes he just didn't let the audience have the full. I mean, he did a great job with Spider-Man, I'm not gonna lie. The Spider-Man role was awesome, but when he's Peter Parker, I know he's like not that not that confident and brave. Peter Parker is a nerd, but still, you've got to have a little bit of more confidence. He was just like a little low on himself. So it obviously stars Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, and the villain was the Lizard, and I really liked it. And the movie itself wasn't bad, I'm not gonna lie, it was good. But if you look at some stages, it was a little bit worse than some parts of it. But I still enjoyed this movie, and I was born then. Yes, I went to the theaters to watch this, and it was just brilliant to see another Spider-Man movie getting rebooted, and its budget was around $200 to $230 million, and it gained $757.9 million. So that isn't bad for a rebooted Spider-Man movie. So obviously we will have the other Amazing Spider-Man movie, which I talked about, the Amazing Spider-Man 2. It came as a huge disappointment. So obviously it's directed by Mark Webb, starred Andrew Garfield, no difference on that. And then if you look at the story, it's average. It's decent because I didn't really love it. I didn't really hate it. If you see the action in this movie, the fighting scenes, I loved it. I mean, I don't think it was bad at all. I think it was very good. And the story and the villains, Electro. So I thought the Green Goblin, the new Goblin, in the end, just didn't do that great because he just came in and say hi, and then got knocked by the wall, and that's game over for him. When Stacy dies and everything happens, it ends. Amazing Spider-Man 3 never came. Andrew Garfield didn't sign. I think he got fired. I don't know. Its budget was around 200 to 293 million. That's a lot. The box office was 709 million. I don't know why that was. But the second movie of the Amazing Spider-Man series was not that great of a deal. So, yeah, it wasn't that great. But next up, we have got Spider-Man Homecoming. Oh my god, I knew it was coming. First, I'm gonna talk about Spider-Man Homecoming, not Civil War, because he didn't have a bigger role in it, so I'm just gonna ignore that. But if you look at Spider-Man Homecoming, it's just awesome in every single way. Tony Stark is obviously in this, which I wanted to see in all the trilogy and the two Amazing Spider-Man movies, but we didn't get it. But I was still okay with that. But this Spider-Man, the suit. If you look at the suit, it's awesome. How can I describe that awesomeness? Because if you take a look at every design and those eyes, uh, those were great. The first time we got moving eyes in a Spider-Man suit. So Tony Stark did play a role, but not that great. I mean, not great. I mean, it was a great role for him to be Peter Parker's mentor, kind of. And you have Aunt May. She's much younger, and the villain Vulture. How can you describe a better story of a villain than that? The From the starting of the movie, yeah, the timeline was kind of off, but Vulture, who was working in a construction site, and everything happens, they get evicted, all that, and then decides to be gangsta. Not that kind of gangsta. Bad villain. Spider-Man does everything to save the city. He does kind of save everything and everyone from it. And it was a great movie, I can't lie. It was better than I thought. I really liked it. And if I talk about every single movie and which is the best, I'm going to say Spider-Man Homecoming comes second in my list. But we're going to talk about that rankings later. So this obviously came July 7th, 2017 in my country. But it's in Chinese theaters, it came June 28, 2017. So its budget was $175 million. That's a lot less than the trilogy and the two Amazing Spider-Man movies, but if the movie is great, who's gonna look at that? Box office 880.2 million because they thought it's gonna be great. And Tom Holland, if you talk about the actor, he's obviously young, he's 21 or 22 years old, so he's perfect for the Spider-Man role because he himself is young and he's 15 years old in the movie. So it just suits perfectly because if you take a look at Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, they were kind of old, but this was awesome. So yeah. So next up, I'm gonna just mention this is Avengers Infinity War, where Spider-Man played a decent role because he didn't have a bigger role because it's Avengers and he just became the new Avenger in that movie. So if you talk about the role and the story of Spider-Man, it's great because he was going on a school trip, comes to the ship, and by going there was his worst nightmare. He stayed there and got dust Well, obviously he would have been dust. If he wouldn't have come, still, he would have been dust. And the movie was great. I'm not going to talk about that. But yeah, 316 to 400 million budget, 2.049 billion box office. I'm not going to talk about that much. Spider-Man died. I really cried. And now comes the ranking of every single movie. I'm going to make this quick. So, the least favorite, it's my personal opinion. So, my least favorite Spider-Man movie is the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie. Then, it might come as a big surprise, but I list the Amazing Spider-Man 1 movie. Sorry, guys, but it has to happen. So, next, after Amazing Spider-Man 1, comes Spider-Man 3. Yeah. And then, Spider-Man 3, after Spider-Man 3, I got Spider-Man 1. Yeah. Then, after that, I got Spider-Man Homecoming, of course. And then the best of them all that rocked the theaters, Spider-Man 2. I mean, it's not a big gap between Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man 2, but Spider-Man 2 takes the cake. So, that was my review of every single Spider-Man movie I've got, and some movies that he was involved in. So, I hope you liked it. Subscribe my channel, like this video, share, and comment that it was great. And for more awesome videos, make sure to hit the notification bell so that you tune in for every video that I upload. Okay, guys? See you in the next video. Bye-bye. Make sure to check my other friends' channel as well. The channel links will be in the description as well. So please make sure to check them out, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.